Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mike Lindsley. It is indeed time again for 9 Minutes with Mike Lindsley, and it's all brought to you by your State Farm agent, Matt Graham, Ed Conroy, used car king in Cortland, and our good friends at Timberbanks Golf Club. Whether you're in Central New York or you're looking to maybe branch out a little bit, you live in Canada, you live downstate in New York, wherever you might want to play golf, I'll tell you what, man, make the pilgrimage to Timberbanks, where you can play the only Nichols design in New York State. We are also brought to you by Welch & Company Jewelers, rings, watches, other awesome jewelry items at Welch & Company Jewelers. Shop online, ask a jeweler the expert questions, and they'll have answers for all of them. WelchJewelers.com. The NFL is back. I mean, from now until the Super Bowl, we will have football basically every single day, with training camp and the opening game starting up here in early September. And, you know, a couple of the big storylines, obviously, Aaron Rodgers coming back, the New England Patriots. Can they get back to yet another Super Bowl? That'll be the 9th appearance for Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. And I think that I want to kind of pay attention to those two things. Aaron Rodgers back, the Patriots, and then a third storyline as well. So number one, the Pats. This is a different team, let's be honest. Amendola's gone. They've got guys up front in the offensive line that are gone. Defensive pieces are now gone. Malcolm Butler is gone. Of course, he was benched during the Super Bowl, which is still the biggest question that I still have going back to last football season. I feel if Malcolm Butler would have played in last year's Super Bowl, I think New England probably wins that game. I mean, let's be honest, he put up about 600 yards of total offense in that game. Tom Brady had 500 yards plus passing, and they still lost to the Philadelphia Eagles in that great game plan from Doug Peterson, Nick Foles, and the Phillies swarming defense, but yet Brady still managed to throw against them and pick up 500 yards. If Malcolm Butler plays in that game, forget about it. I think the Patriots win another Super Bowl, but this is a different team. Tom Brady, a lot of his soldiers are gone. A lot of the teammates that he really loved working with are gone. You have to wonder what's going to happen now with this Patriot team. I think this is going to be a very flawed team this year. I think Tom Brady is going to show more of his age that we saw just from last year's Super Bowl. I think you're going to start to see that 40-year-old, 41-year-old, that real, true father Tom Brady. And I think this team is going to struggle a little bit this season. Now, does that mean that they're going to miss the playoffs? No. Does that mean that they're not, that they're going to miss winning the division? No. I still think they're going to win the AFC East by a landslide. It could be by 2 or 3 games. It could be by 5 games. I think the Jets are a ways away with Sam Darnold. The Bills are obviously trying to rebuild with their quarterback and Josh Allen. Had a couple of really good drafts under Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane. And the Dolphins are completely irrelevant at this point. So the Pats will win the division, but I don't think it's going to be a 14-2, 13-3, even 12-4 typical year for the New England Patriots. I could see this team being more around 11-5, and if they go 12-4, it's going to be because Tom Brady is 110% healthy and has had another MVP season. But unless that happens, I don't see the Patriots being the invincible Pats. Now, I think they could still get to the Super Bowl being this way because they still have Brady, they still have Belichick, and boy, when you have two of those all-time greats like that, they really overcome a lot of deficiencies. Think about the amount of mistakes the Patriots make that Tom Brady just covers up because he's so damn good. Same thing goes for Bill Belichick and the game plan. Throughout the many years, that's been the situation for New England. That's been the MO for the New England Patriots. So I think the storyline for me, NFL storylines, as far as the training camp storylines are concerned, for me, number one is the Patriots. How will this team react without all of those big guns, big bullets in the gun that Tom Brady loves to play with? It's going to be very, very interesting to see how it works. Now, the second storyline for me is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is back. Aaron Rodgers is one of the two best quarterbacks in the NFL, the other one being the aforementioned Brady. And, I kind of look at, as a sports fan, I kind of look at Aaron Rodgers similar to Mike Trout in Major League Baseball. I am begging every year for his health. I am begging for him to be on the field for all 16 games. I am begging for Mike Trout to play in 155, 58 to 162 games a year. I am begging for it. I mean, look, last night I was watching MLB Network last night after watching about an hour of Pride of the Yankees, and all I kept thinking last night was, oh, okay, come on, Mike Trout. Well, guess what? I flipped over to MLB Network. White Sox and Angels were on. Mike Trout, 3-0 count, 3-1 fastball, bang, goodbye. Hits a home run. He ends up hitting another home run later in that game. He's that special. He's must-see TV. Aaron Rodgers is must-see TV. He's probably one of the top couple of quarterback pinpoint pure passes I've ever seen in my entire life. You think about Dan Marino. You think about Warren Moon. You think about Joe Montana. You think about Aaron Rodgers. You think about those kind of guys. You want to go back more in time. You think about guys like Dan Fouts, etc. Aaron Rodgers is unbelievable. And now he really shifts the power here in the NFC North the Packers' way. I think it's Packers and Vikings at that point, at this point in that division. Minnesota's probably a more complete all-around team, but they don't have Aaron Rodgers. I realize that they've got the quarterback this year, and when you take a peek at what they're able to do defensively and from a home field advantage standpoint, I totally get it. Kirk Cousins will see what he can do as the quarterback of that football team, but I think the bottom line here with this team is that they've got to go toe-to-toe with Green Bay. You've still got to take down Rodgers. I know he's won the one Super Bowl. I know Green Bay hasn't been to the top of the mountain in a long time, but I'm here to tell you right now that even though Green Bay has not been Super Bowl champs in several years, the standard is still Green Bay. The standard is still Aaron Rodgers. So he comes back. He's going to make his team incredibly better. And you know what? If wins above replacement were a stat in the NFL, just like baseball, Aaron Rodgers might be worth 5 to 7 wins a season, much like Big Ben, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, etc. You get where I'm going with that. Quarterback in terms of the league. And my third storyline is Los Angeles Rams. First of all, how does this team have this much money to keep going out and giving guaranteed contracts and the big deals in general and stay under the cap? The Green Bay Packers, it's incredible how much, or the LA Rams, it's unbelievable how much money they've spent. Now Todd Gurley gets the record deal for running backs. Remember, they brought in guys like Marcus Peters, Aqib Talib. They brought in Ndamukong Suh. They have got so many guys on this roster and a lot of money tied up as well. But the storyline for me is NFL training camp is the beginning stages of when you bring in a bunch of different guys, especially guys with huge egos. How do those guys start to get along? Training camp is the beginning of that part. It's the beginning of the season where these guys are in camp for the first time. They're in huddles for the first time. They're eating cafeteria food for the first time. They're sharing rooms somewhere for the first time. This Rams dynamic, nobody's going to deny the talent. Nobody's going to deny the unbelievable wittiness of Coach McVay. Nobody's going to deny Jared Goff in that system. Nobody's going to deny the dynamic talent of Todd Gurley and all the rest. And the defense looks like they are superb right now. But, again, a lot of egos there and a lot of new faces. They got to have that all meshed together. To me, training camp, if you're looking at the most important training camps around the NFL, you can make the argument that the LA Rams are numero uno. Thank you so much for watching the ML Sports Platter on IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook. You can get me on Twitter at Mike L Sports, Snapchat, and Instagram, Mike L Sports 1979, and visit pinstripepassion.com, of course, for my baseball and Yankees commentary. I'm going to be in Cooperstown, New York tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, covering the Baseball Hall of Fame induction. Got a lot of great interviews coming. I'm going to cover induction Sunday. I'll have some live videos. I'll have all sorts of great stuff going on, and I'll have, hopefully, as I just mentioned, not only just interviews, but a bunch of pictures and such from my media time over the weekend in Cooperstown. Absolutely can't wait. It's my 15th induction covering that event, which I guess it just means that, let's be honest, I'm getting old. There's no other way to say it. The ML Sports Platter is brought to you by Brian Conboy of Mass Mutual, New York State. Tax-efficient retirement planning. Go with Brian Conboy. I did. Opened up our eyes to a lot of new things. Brian Conboy, Mass Mutual, New York State. Put money away today for tomorrow in your retirement plan, no matter what your profession is. Also, a big thanks to Ed Conroy, Used Car King in Cortland, Timberbanks Golf Club, Bryant and Stratton College, and Rosie's Corner Ice Cream Shop. Thanks again for watching IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook, all a part of the ML Sports Platter. And as I always tell you, enjoy the games.